Hi guys. So the question we have here says, which of the sets given below may represent the magnitudes of three vectors adding to 0? So now to solve this question, we first need to know that to find the sum or the resultant of n vectors, we place the tail of one vector on the head of another. The resultant is the vector obtained on joining the tail of the first vector with the head of the last vector. Now if the resultant is 0, the tail of the first vector coincides with the head of the last vector. I've given examples of two different possible cases when we have three vectors and the resultant is 0. The first case is when they form a triangle, and the second case is when some are antiparallel and some are parallel and their magnitudes cancel out. So let's check the options one by one for each case. Option A, 2, 4, 8, it cannot form a triangle since we know that to form a triangle, the sum of two sides has to be greater than the third side, and 2 plus 4 isn't greater than 8. Similarly, B cannot form a triangle since 4 plus 8 isn't greater than 16. Also, C cannot form a triangle since 1 plus 1, even though equal to 2, is not greater than 2. And also, D cannot form a triangle since 1 plus 0.5 isn't greater than 2. So we know that the first case, that is three vectors forming a triangle to get the resultant 0, isn't possible for the options given. So now let's come to the case 2, where we'll find if the sum of some vectors is equal to the sum of the remaining vectors so that they can cancel each other out. We find that this is possible in option C, since 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So let's say I arrange the vectors 1 and 1 in one direction and 2 in the opposite direction, then they'll cancel each other out and the resultant will be 0. So the correct answer to this question is C.